So this is the surface grinder. Use it to make a really flat surface or make a very precision thickness. The first thing that you need to know about maintenance on the machine is wheel dressing. There's a cabinet underneath the machine where we have our dressing tool. It's a little industrial diamond that's mounted in a little fixture. In order to mount it to the machine, you want to make sure that this table surface and your part surface are fairly clean. Place it on. Square it up with that brass piece on the far end. And turn this handle all the way to the right, and that activates the magnet. Turn the machine on with the switch on the side. You want to make sure that this dressing tool is on the back side of the wheel. If you put it on the front side of the wheel, you can actually cause it to lift up into the wheel and destroy the wheel. So you turn the machine on, set the dressing tool under the wheel, and then lower the wheel into the dressing tool. Until it just starts to remove material. Lower it maybe 2/10 at a time. And just run the dressing tool back and forth in very light cuts. Now, proper procedure for one of these machines is to actually dress the wheel every time you turn the machine on, because every time you turn it on and off, the wheel can potentially become slightly misaligned. We don't usually do that around here because we usually don't need incredibly flat surfaces. But this is definitely a good thing to do from time to time. In order to grind with this machine, simply you take your part, lay it down on the chuck, turn the machine on and slowly lower the wheel into the part. The maximum thickness you can do with steel on this machine is about 1/1000th at a time. But be aware, if you're grinding something very thin, you'll be adding a lot of heat to the part that won't be able to dissipate, and the part will actually warp on the platform. And this will cause you to take a much thicker cut than you originally anticipated, and also ruin a flatness that you were maintaining. Normally these machines are water cooled, but for some reason this one isn't. Now, a lot of parts that you think are flat actually won't be as flat as you expect. So it's a good idea to just run the wheel back and forth across the part as you're lowering it to make sure that you actually catch the highest spot on the part. And I'm just lowering it thou at a time. In order to actually start grinding, just run it back and forth. I usually go maybe 1/4 of the width of the grinding wheel at a time, maybe a half. Just run the handle across. You can see the part's oxidizing a little bit on the surface, so we may actually want to take a bit lighter of a cut. That was a 1/2 thou. Let's try a 1/10. The other thing to be aware of is this machine is fairly flexible for how small amount of material it can remove at a time. So often if you take a very heavy cut, it takes several passes to actually get the material down to where you want it. That's everything